Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Saturday, January 12th. Hope your weekend is going well and hope you're holding strong. I have some positive news items to share here with you guys. And of course, this is not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, also the thumbs up button. But let's jump into it here, guys. First, let's take a look at the market. Yesterday, we were looking at the market and we saw sideways movement. Well, that sideways movement continues. Of course, what appears to be a whale dumping just a few days back, where everything just tanked. Technical analysis or whatever didn't tell us that that was going to happen. And this goes back to the manipulation and some of the volatility that's part of this market and the uncertainties. But this is typical for a very young market, right? That's not fully regulated. It's kind of the wild, wild west. But we know the big money is getting in and setting up shop. Governments are on board. It's moving a bit slower than we would like, for example, in the United States, but the writing's on the wall of what's to come. This is a new asset class. So the prices continue to move sideways. So like I said, in yesterday's video, I would prefer sideways movement rather than a downward spiral. So let's see what happens over this week. But better than, like I said, that it keeps landsliding, keeps going down. So it could keep going down. I'm not saying it won't, but sideways movement is better than, like I said, the downward spiral. Now, some bullish news. Long-dormant Bitcoin whales resuming activity could rock price action. So what some folks are noticing is that some inactive Bitcoin wallets that are of a very large size have been active as of late. They've been dormant for a while. So this is a interesting sign. And we know there's a lot of over-the-counter purchases that have been taking place as well. So it could be that we've bottomed out. Some people still think we haven't. They think we could go lower, but it's hard to predict these things. But it seems capitulation has taken place, but let's see what happens. Like I said, we can make educated guesses, but we can't with 100% certainty say this is going to happen. But let me give the details here. The number of active Bitcoin wallets, many of which have long been dormant, has seen an uptick that could herald some major market movements, according to Bloomberg. Bloomberg bases its report on data and analysis from crypto analytics startup Flipside Crypto, which sealed the backing of major crypto exchange Coinbase and veteran crypto venture capital firm Digital Currency Group back in November. According to Flipside, as of October 28th, a high number of long inactive Bitcoin holders, defined as those that haven't transferred their Bitcoin for between 6 and 30 months, have begun to transfer their coins, resulting in wallets active over the past month, now holding around 60% of the coin's circulating supply. Very, very interesting. Overall, the supply of active Bitcoins has reportedly surged 40% since summer 2018. Eric Stone, head of data science at Flipside, commented, "It's definitely a big shift. There's more potential than usual for price swings." As Bloomberg notes, similar wallet strings preceded Bitcoin's major historical price volatility in both 2015 and 2017. In the latter year, the coin surged to an all-time price highs of $20,000. So this type of activity preceded other run-ups. So obviously historical performance is not an indicator of what the future performance would be, but it's still something that's interesting. And if we're looking for some level of facts and to make an educated guess of what may happen, but let's see, guys. Maybe we capitulated. Maybe big money is getting ready to do something, and these inactive Bitcoin wallets are now becoming active because folks are doing something. I don't know, but it's at least a sign of something that could potentially happen. So let's see, right? Now, moving ahead, we have an article here from the block, and Circle Trade, as you guys know, Circle is Goldman Sachs backed, and they purchased Poloniex last year. They also recently mentioned that they did $24 billion in trade volume for over-the-counter trades, which is so huge. The headline here is institutional investors are just just as prone to FOMO, fear of missing out, as retail, says Circle Trade exec. So this is interesting. These guys deal with big money, and they're saying that essentially they have FOMO just like retail investors. Large investing firms aren't that different from the everyday trader, according to head of trading at one of the largest OTC crypto shops. Speaking during an AMA, Circle Trade's Dan Matsuzuki Ski, I hope I pronounced that correctly, said even large institutions are prone to FOMO as everyone else is just bigger numbers. Pretty obvious. Still, there are some differences between OTC activity and trading on retail exchanges. There is a large subset of OTC trading activity that's not speculative. It's purely balance sheet management for larger corporates that have corporate component to their business. Over-the-counter trading desks are known to handle larger trades than retail exchange venues such as Coinbase and Kraken. Tab Group estimates the volumes in OTC markets for crypto to be 2 to 3 times larger than exchange volumes. Guys, there's been so much OTC accumulation. We also heard from, I think it's Galaxy Trading. Yes, Galaxy Trading, where they just released and said their trade volume is up 50% year over year. And then we circled themselves that they did $24 billion in trading in 2018, guys. So, man, smart money is buying up with the blood on the streets and the prices are low, right? Buy low, sell high, and that's what's going on. And these folks see the writing on the wall, and also with the the economy and the stock market not doing well, crypto is a great hedge because the upside is so high. When you think that the market bottomed out already, right? Stocks are now starting to come down, and they certainly haven't bottomed out yet. So there's an opportunity here, and this is, like I said, a new asset class, and this is certainly the future. So bullish news, guys, coming directly from these guys who deal with the big money. Now, many of you remember Darren Soto. I talked about him and Warren Davidson. So Warren Davidson is a Republican, Darren Soto is a Democrat, so bipartisan support. They released the Token Taxonomy Act, proposed it to Congress, so I'm hoping that gets passed, man. It'd be great. But why am I showing you this? Well, he was on, looks like a news channel here, talking about crypto, and this it was reported in multiple articles, and he's on board with crypto and blockchain and sees the opportunity, and him and Warren Davidson are pushing to get the U.S. to stop being from dragging their feet, to help crypto to move forward, bring regulatory clarity, help things to move forward. And one of the things he mentions, just so I save you the long story here, is you can't treat crypto as a stock, right? And we talked about the securities laws are 70 years old, and crypto does not apply. Crypto is both, has utility versus a stock does not have necessarily utility, and crypto can be used as a currency, right? You can buy and transact with it. And of course, each crypto has its own utility. So, and then when you purchase a crypto, you don't get, let's say, a utility token, like let's say XRP, you don't get part of the company, and you don't get dividends, stock dividends. So it cannot be measured by the rule of thumb for stock. It just doesn't make sense. So he's making a push for this bill to help move this away from the SEC crypto and let it be a CFTC ruling, because CFTC focuses on commodities. So he's trying to position it as commodities. So I'm in total agreement with him. And like I said, him and Warren Davidson are going out, trying to push the movement on this. So let's support them. They're on Twitter. Follow them. Let's see. I know some folks are trying to contact them, and I'll try to see if I can get an interview with both of them if possible. Obviously, these guys are politicians, so they're very busy. But shout out to these guys, man. They are doing the good work here, because we need to move forward. We need the market to move forward. Now, we have some interesting news out of South Korea. As you know, South Korea is one of the pillars of the crypto market. A lot of trade volume comes out of there. Blockchain research now granted tax credit in South Korea. See, like stuff is like this is what we need, guys, in the U.S. In New York, just recently, the city gave some folks to start up a blockchain research group, I think it is. So we need more of this, but we need the entire country. We need the federal government to be behind it. But this is great. We're seeing movements from different governments, and South Korea's government has added blockchain to the fields of research and development eligible for a tax credit meant to boost innovation. English language local media, the News.Asia reports. The local Ministry of Strategy and Finance announced the proposed changes to the enforcement decree of last year's tax law, which will be enforced in February. The proposed amendments also include among the eligible fields wearable robots and fine dust reduction technology. So I don't think I need to go further, guys. This is pretty straightforward. We need this type of things, like less regulations that would kind of kill the innovation, and provide benefits, provide tax benefits. Like, hey, these people are launching companies, new industry, emerging market. Let's give them a break. Take it easy on the taxes. And I think eventually, as the market matures, then it'll generate a lot more tax revenue. But if you don't let it grow, just as the internet did, then you're not going to make money. I mean, just look at companies like Amazon, Google, and eBay, and so forth. Look how much money they're making, and also how much taxes they're paying. So, and then jobs they're creating. So that is what certain countries need to recognize. And let's hope the U.S. moves faster, man. Now, Galaxy Digital here, Zcash OTC trading now available. Now, I'm not some big fan of Zcash, but a reason why I'm sharing this is to show you the OTC. These guys wouldn't be listing these other cryptos if they weren't getting demand. You know what I mean? They're not just going to do it for the sake of doing it. And they want to make money, and they're selling directly to these big institutional players. So I just want to let you guys know that this is available. So Zcash is available with Circle Trade, Cumberland, and Genesis Trading, which we just talked about. Huobi Global, they have lost an EOS powered exchange. So essentially, EOS is the base currency. EOS trading pairs are BTC, ETH, and USDT. So I tweeted at them like, why, when you're adding XRP, how could you not add the number 2, number 3? It fluctuates, right? And right now at number 2. So let's see. They're probably going to do it. A lot of these exchanges just launch with Bitcoin and Ethereum first. Now, finally, many of you are familiar with the XRPTipBot, where you can easily send tips that are essentially sends XRP, right? You can tip someone point less than a 1 XRP, and then of course 5 XRP, 10, as much as you want. Well, the creator of this, shout out to him, he added a feature called Patron. So many of you are familiar with Patreon. I recently told you guys that I set this up, that if you felt like tipping and supporting the channel and supporting travel or whatever it is, or events that I'm planning to do in 2019, you could. I'm not begging. I'm just putting it out there. It's up to you. And you're not obligated to do anything. So that's why I don't bring it up often. But I'm just for the sake of understanding what's happening here now with the XRPTipBot, it now has the same feature as Patreon. Essentially, you can set up that, for example, for me, you could send me 1 XRP every month, reoccurring. So it's automated. I'm not telling you have to do that, by the way, just so you guys know. I'm just giving an example. So automate your tipping. Schedule tips to be sent every day, week, or month. If your balance is too low, the automated tip will be capped to your balance. You can cancel your reoccurring tips at any time you like. Use it to sponsor TipBot users or charities, or to auto forward your balance to another account. So pretty cool. And XRPTipBot is pretty unique, guys. And there's news that it seems like Omni will be integrating this. So as you guys know, I've interviewed the CEO of Omni multiple times, and they went ahead and did the first round of integration for XRP. It looks like they will be doing something with the XRPTipBot. So I'll be trying to schedule a follow-up interview with Tom McLeod, the CEO. And you guys can check my playlist, the interviews playlist, and you can see the interviews are in there. So very cool update in being able to tip folks for content or whatever it is. And so if you feel up, you want to use this for whoever on Twitter or YouTube or whatever it is, you certainly can. So very, very cool feature. Anyway, guys, that's the news. What do you think about it? Would love to hear your thoughts and comments. Like I said, bullish the news happening despite the prices, right? And that's why I said you have to look at this holistically, because markets move in cycles, bear and bull cycles. There's going to be, in this young market, a lot of manipulation, FUD, things that are just going to tank the price. But we know crypto is here to stay. Crypto is here to stay. Just looking at the government and politicians and these folks are introducing legislature to help, get this market going. And I'm excited. We may have to wait another year. I'm just being realistic. We could see a bull run in next month, or we may not. It could be a year, right? I'm just saying no one can accurately predict that, but we at least have the facts. We see the writing on the wall. What are these folks doing? All signs point to establishing this new market and building on blockchain, which is the revolutionary future technology, guys. Just as the internet was in the 90s, this is the next layer on top of the internet, and there's going to be so many different solutions and software and services built on blockchain, obviously crypto being one of them. So I hope you guys recognize it. It's not just an investment opportunity, it's also a career opportunity. Think about the internet in the early days. If you could have, you were like, we were the small group, the niche group, it wasn't mainstream. People are still trying to figure out, like, what is the internet? What do you do? And then you got in, you learned the technology, and then you went and worked for Google or whoever, right? And you could have been, make so much money, especially like those, for example, who were early to Google and got stock options. And there's a lot of people like that who became millionaires overnight when, Google went public. And the opportunity is there. So even myself, I'm not saying I'm looking for a career change, but I'm always thinking ahead as well. Like, what is the emerging market? Is the industry I'm in right now going to last for the next 10 years? You have to think about that. And that is technology, and these things are moving very fast, guys. And that's part of the problem that America is having, because a lot of old industries like coal mining and different things are kind of winding down, coming to an end, because technology is moving and people haven't, what's the word here? They haven't found their new purpose. They haven't evolved with the technology, with the world that's changing around them. And there's a lot of people looking for jobs. At one point their industry was roaring and there was a lot of money in it, but then it died down. And that's where you have to, nowadays in today's world, you have to stay competitive, to make sure that you're ahead of the game. You got to be studying and researching and understand, okay, what's happening? What's going to happen in my industry? What's the new emerging technology? What's the new training or certification I need? Okay, this industry I'm in is dying. I need to look at something that's emerging, and then jobs are going to be created around something. Anyway, guys, I don't want to rant, but like I said, it's multiple opportunities here, and it's just going to be very similar to what happened with the internet. So anyway, leave your thoughts, comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.